Hello YouTube, welcome back again. This is McNabUx or McNabUx, depending on how you like to see it, and welcome to part 2 of my EDC series. If you haven't checked out episode 1, please check it out. I'll make a link to it, and that's the intro for this series. But what you see here is my EDC kit, so we will go through that, but just first a couple of things. I won't make any review of this kit. I'll talk about what I have, give a couple of tips about it and how I like it, but I'll link to reviews about the items, so check out those links. My philosophy for this EDC, or my use for this EDC, is I live 20-25 minutes away from where I work, so I commute there by train, and this is what I carry on that train ride. This will also be what I carry if I go on a trip or travel somewhere. Often when I go to the shop, I take this in my bag, take what I need inside the store and leave the bag in the car. I believe I have the functions and the capacity that I want and I need with this kit. So I'm not really sure how, if I need to add anything much, but I might need to change something out. But if you see some holes, please let me know. Give me a comment or a PM or something and let me know what you think. And for I present the kit, I need to say it's important to have good kit, but also make sure it's used, or it is able to be used. So you have to check it regularly. Don't just leave it in the bag and presume that in 3 months when you need it, it's still gonna work. It might not. So that was my notes. So let's start cracking. Why don't we just start at the top here. This is my card holder. I'll show it in the video, for my access card to work and my community card on the train. And this is my notebook, a simple notebook with a simple pen and a Sharpie thingy. It's not a real Sharpie, but something similar. You have my card holder for my driver's license, my credit cards and my cash. This is nothing fancy, but I think it's cool. I found it on eBay, fairly cheap, free shipping, and because I was looking for something slim, and it's quite slim, and if you remove the money clip inside here, it's even slimmer. So you have 2 slots on either side for cards and only one on the outside. The iPhone, which of course is for communication, but it is also a tool. So I might do its own video on the iPhone and the apps I use, but just to say generally, I have maps, GPS, compass, flashlight, first aid app, survival app, apps for traveling, for checking the schedulers, have different apps as well, but I don't think we need to talk about them now. But if you know any good apps for survival prepping, SHDF, etc., etc., please let me know. This here is a battery bank or emergency charger for the iPhone. This I got on Deal Extreme. This goes into the iPhone, and here you charge it. It's excellent to have that, so you don't have to be afraid that you run out of power on your phone. Because this is what I talked about, check your equipment. This weekend my iPhone died out of power. I got this out and it was empty. So I learned my lesson. My keys, my car, my house. Gloves. It's November and we're in Norway, so it can be a bit chilly, but it's 9 degrees plus now, so we're not complaining. But it's still nice to have the gloves. This is Hatch Specialist. Great set of gloves. It's not cold weather gloves, so when it gets the minus degrees, I switch to the Specialist winter gloves, but for now this is excellent. This little bag is the Sea to Summit Day Pack. It's a fold up day pack, really. It's rolled out, which folds out, can be quite large, and the material is strong. But check out the review on the link. But you can see the size compared to my fists, and my fists are not that big. So that's excellent to carry, but I only carry that when I carry my fat boy. Because I have this in case I need to carry something bigger when it gets into the fat boy, because the fat boy is not that big. Here, this is my first personal aid kit. It's a small everyday kit. It's not a trauma kit or something like that. So there are some small bandanas, but now small band-aids, bigger band-aids, painkiller, wound wipes. Yeah, that's about it. I might open it up in a separate video. And you have the keychains. I can first say why keychains. It's mainly because I use 2 bags. I switch between 2 EDC bags depending on what I'm doing. If I just off to work or to the shop, I carry the small fat boy. But if I'm out traveling, going to a business meeting, if I need to carry some more items, I need to carry my laptop, I need to carry clothes or books or something like that, the fat boy is of course too small, and then I upgrade to the 511 Rush Delivery Messenger bag. And then I want things collected. So I made the keyrings. I think it's working pretty good. So let's have a look at them. Let's start here. This is a face shield to lay above the mouth for CPR. This is a LED lensed P2 flashlight, small but very bright. This is my bank ID to use on my internet banking. This is the USB stick, the Lazy, or how you would pronounce it. And my first ever paracord bib, Cobra style. The second one, that's where all the shiny objects are. We have the Leatherman Micro. Great tool. I think Leatherman tools are great quality, and I really like this little thing. It's compact, it's got the things I've needed so far. A whistle, which is of course what its functionality is. A little compass and a thermometer. The compass is not for navigation, but give you a rough bearing. Here I have a small, you call it a spy capsule with an O-ring, so it's supposed to be watertight. Inside here